UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson is in intensive care after his coronavirus symptoms worsened. Steve Sedgwick joins us live with the latest from London. And do you think you know everything at this point, Steve? We're hearing no intubation at this point. Is that changed? No ventilator, just some type of oxygen being administered some other way.
Yeah, sure. We haven't had any updates today. And, of course, the world's press is standing by here outside St Thomas's Hospital, which is just 1.4 miles away on the other side of the river from Parliament and from Downing Street as well. But as you say, we just have that announcement from last night. We don't have any update at all on Boris Johnson's condition today. But what we do know is at 7 p.m. last night, he was transferred into the ICU unit. We do understand this was a precautionary measure and that over the case of Monday, the Prime Minister's condition worsened. Now, we knew already that he had been suffering from coronavirus and been tested positive from the 27th of March. In fact, as late as yesterday lunchtime, we heard from Downing Street that he was still getting his red box of papers, dealing with official papers. He was still in charge of the country. And actually, after midday, he was tweeting that he was praising the NHS and was in good spirits. But over the course of the afternoon, we understand, of course, the Prime Minister had conditions that were worsening as well. But the other news, as you say, is that we believe that he was not on a ventilator but was receiving several litres of oxygen as well. The other news, of course, is who is in charge of the country. And the pretty much untested Dominic Raab, who not a lot of our viewers will know. He is the Foreign Secretary. He is 46 years of age. He's also called the First Secretary of State, but he has taken over the de facto running of the country as Boris Johnson's deputy on a day-by-day basis at the moment. This comes at a time when there actually have been hopes that we were trying to see some peak in the number of mortalities here in the United Kingdom. Overnight, we lost 439 people dead to coronavirus, and that takes the UK total up to 5,373. The actual daily figure was 30% less day on day. But as I say, the big news and the big concerns at the moment is what is going on with the Prime Minister. And the fact is, it's now just after midday here in the United Kingdom. We've had absolutely no update since yesterday evening. Back to you.
Health minister, I think, and some other members of the UK government had tested positive as well, and without exception, they're all recovered now or doing pretty well. Can you update us on that? I think maybe the Prime Minister was in the company of some of those individuals, and that may have been, I don't know how he actually contracted the virus, but they're all doing much better or doing well, so it's just the Prime Minister?
Well, by and large, I mean, unlike any other government on the planet, I would suggest, this has hit right at the heart of the UK cabinet. Let me go through some names for you. The first minister we heard was the health minister, not the secretary, who is her boss. This was Nadine Dorries. Now, she proved that she had a positive test for coronavirus. She got healthy and back again, but then her boss, the health secretary, Matt Hancock, he tested positive for coronavirus. He had a week of isolation and has actually been back briefing in some of these daily press briefings as well. We also heard that Dominic Cummings. Now, Dominic Cummings is not a minister, but he is seen as one of the key behind-the-scenes mandarins, officials in the government of Boris Johnson, one of the strategists behind Boris Johnson. We call them SADs here, special advisors as well. He also had tested positive for coronavirus, as had indeed the pregnant girlfriend of Boris Johnson, Carrie Symonds, as well, though we understand she's on the mend as well. But interestingly, only this morning, one of the previously key rivals for the post of Prime Minister, Michael Gove, who is the Cabinet Secretary, he also said this morning that he's going to be isolating because one of his family members had been showing some form of symptoms. So it is quite extraordinary. Unlike any other government I think I've heard so far, the depth of ministers and secretaries of state and, of course, the situation regarding the Prime Minister is really, really hit the heart of government here in the United Kingdom.